What's up, guys? It's Ben with Underrated Garage. As most of you know, back in January, I bought a C5 Corvette, which was my first time diving into an American car. And a lot of you wanted to know on that video how much I paid for the car, which I had kept a secret up until now. Today, I'm going to tell you how much I paid for it. I'm going to go over the condition I got that car in. And then we're also going to look at some listings for other C5s and talk about the market and how much you should spend for a C5 in 2025. They are getting to be old cars, but that doesn't mean they're getting cheaper. So getting into my Corvette, this was the marketplace listing for it. It was originally up for $15,000. And at that price, I wouldn't even consider this car an option when there's much better examples out there. What made me interested in it was that they dropped the price from $15,000 all the way to $10,500, which is a very cheap deal for a running and driving 6-speed C5. So I went and looked at it. I ended up buying this 2001 Corvette base with 141,000 miles and a clean title, not in super clean, perfect condition, for $10,000 flat. They would not budge any lower than that, but it is a fair price for a C5 Corvette. You're not really finding many below 10,000 unless they have serious problems or a rebuilt title or you get really lucky, which good for you. But most likely these cars are going for more than that. So the reason it was that price, it sat for a few years, the paint being all faded out, the battery was bad, all the fluids had to be changed. The interior, not terrible, I've seen worse, but these interiors are very plasticky and do not hold up great. So there's that too. But at $10,000, I was still happy with purchasing this car. Now, looking back, would I do it again? I would rather spend a bit more for a cleaner example, unless I was planning a full build on it and, was going to change everything anyway. But for me, I just wanted a clean cruiser, so I'd rather spend more to get a cleaner one. So now diving into looking at some C5s, you can get these cars anywhere from $7,000 for a convertible automatic car up to $35,000 plus for a low mileage Z06. So there's a lot of variance, but there's a whole lot in between. We're going to be looking at what's available within 500 miles of me in Jersey in 2025 here. Let's just start off with something right in the middle. Oh god, these taillights are terrible. But this is an '02. It's a base hatchback. Oh my god. Of course it's an automatic. Meticulously maintained. ZR1 wheels, thousands invested. 72,000 miles. It's probably not beaten on too bad. It's not a bad car, but man, I would skip this one easily. Let's look at this one. Got a classic red normal coupe Vette. It is a 6-speed. Looks to be in pretty good condition. Now at 15,000 with 100,000 miles, I would say that's like an average deal. That's what you can find a C5 for nowadays. Just run of the mill, in pretty good shape, but needs tires soon, missing a couple things in the interior. It's really not bad. If you're looking to just get into an average C5, this is most likely the type of listing you'll see. And then there's something like this. Obviously catches your eye. A nice, mean-looking Z06. It's got some upgrades on it he has listed here. Wide rear quarters, built transmission, 50K original miles. That's impressive. So it's a low mileage, but it's not an all original. Grades, stuff under the hood. Oh, this thing is supercharged. So that kind of tells you what you can get into performance-wise in a C5. This is a supercharged, pretty built-up Z06, and it's only going for 30 grand. Pretty badass. I wish he had some more pictures of it, but that is a really nice modded Z06. Now for that same price, you can buy a stock Z06 if you're looking for all original and reliability, but you're getting hundreds of less horsepower than that guy has. Here's a nice looking one. Oh God. See, this is what you'll find. A lot of these vets, the people that owned them are not very tasteful in upgrading the cars. This thing looked really nice from the outside, just black factory wheels, stock looking Z06, and then you go to the inside and it's got this corny red trim all over it, stitch on steering wheel, the shift boot, things are like painted. That's terrible. It's savable, but you'd have to put some money into getting new interior pieces here. Originally a Florida car, blah blah blah. Brand new paint job is sketchy. I mean, I guess it could have just been faded, but alright, well, that's what you can get for 25 grand. Now, something like this, when you're scrolling Marketplace, you might be quick just to go past it, because why would their prime photo, their first photo, be an odometer? Sometimes that's an old person that doesn't really know much about listing stuff online, and I see that price. That listing price is what I paid for my C5, so let's see what is out there at this price point. Oh, right off the bat, see corny shit on the inside, but what else do we got going on? It's got an exhaust, okay. Less miles than mine. Ooh, it's automatic, okay. Some people are looking for that. Oh no, the quick release. So this is a young guy that got to it and put some distasteful mods on it. Seats aren't bad at all. Under the hood is stock except for an air filter. That's not bad. Okay. He ran something over and the car has some things wrong. He has the parts to fix it and doesn't have time to fix it. Okay. So I knew there was going to be some kind of catch, because it did seem like a pretty clean car to be only asking 10K. So that's why. You're getting somewhat of a project. It says he ran something over and the car has stuff wrong. So you can get into a C5 if you're willing to do work on it for under 10. I mean, I can only imagine if he has it up for 10, he'll take less. You just have to be willing to put in some work. You're not really often getting a ready-to-go clean one for that. Here's another cheap one, so let's see. Yeah. Convertible, automatic car. That's why it's not worth too much. That would be like the least desirable spec. A lot of new parts on it. Not really saying it needs anything, so if you're just looking for a cruiser, grandma spec vet, this thing would still be a fun car, and you can get it for 10K ready to go. I like the color on that one, but geez, this is a base, and they want $30,000 because of that mileage. Geez, I mean, $30,000, you can get a nice Z06 for that, so not too many people would be spending that on a base nowadays. But there's two Z06s right here for relatively the same price. Let's check out this one for 30. It's got some C6 style wheels. Pretty factory looking. 60,000 miles ain't bad, so that's not a bad Z06, but this listing is a little sketchy. There's no description. Pictures are not too hot. These yellow ones do catch my eye. That's what mine was, and that's like one of my favorite colors. This is an auto, but it looks to be in pretty good shape. Not too bad mileage. Clean interior. And how much was this? $12,900. Now this is actually a good buy if you're okay with it being an automatic. He's saying a lot of good things about it and not a lot of bad things, so that's a good sign. Looks like it's in pretty good shape, ready to go. At $12,900, that's a nice car. This is terrible. What is this? Oh god, dude, these people with these interior mods on these C5s. Why does everyone have a colored steering wheel cover and things, the red shit all over the interior? So corny with this stuff. And it's a convertible, and it's spray painted. It's got a carbon hood, fixed headlights. This is pretty heinous of a C5. I mean, I would stay away from this at all costs. I don't know who would buy this car, but it's bad. Stay away from vets like that. This is a nice looking base vet. That's tasteful. He's got the diffuser that looks like a C6. A lot of C6 ZR1 looking parts. The wing, the arrow, diffuser. This is a cool car. Hope it's not actually auto. Come on now. Alright, buddy. Well, I ain't reading all that, but it is a nice car. Let's see if there's an interior. Ooh, it is actually an automatic. So he made this thing look like a full-on race car, and it's a little basic 4-speed auto C5. Look at this thing. Full-on race car. That's crazy. What's the description on this? GT1 time attack car, turnkey. Comes with spare parts. Wow. Look at this guy. He's not your average run-of-the-mill New Balance wearing cars and coffee Corvette owner. This guy gets down in this thing. Badass car though. Let's see if I can hear it. That's sick. Convertibles for 20 and 30 grand, I guess because of the mileage. Yeah, no, parked in a climate controlled garage. Okay, grandpa, but you're gonna have to find another grandpa that wants this base convertible vet for Z06 money, especially this one, which I don't know what is going on here. 30,000, come on, man. Wow, somehow we got down to convertible territory. Every single one in these 8 is a convertible. That's asking way too much money. Look at this, we're still going with it. It does range anywhere from, you know, the cheaper examples for 8 to 12 grand that are not going to have under 100,000 miles. A lot of them will be automatics, convertibles, stuff like that, the less desirable models. But there are reliable, ready-to-run C5s out there for around that 10K price range. You just got to get lucky. If you want to spend a little more, closer to 15 in that range, that gets you a good base Corvette. You can get a manual with moderate mileage and in reliable running condition for that, and have a really good car you'll be happy with. Then if you want to spend some more, get into like close to the 20K range, you can either get a really nice base or a not as great Z06. I mean, you'd be really lucky to find a low mileage Z06 at that $20,000 price point. But they might be out there, you never know. I'm sure that's different from a few years ago, but that's just what I'm seeing nowadays. Most of them are between 20, 25, and then upwards of 25 to 30 for a clean, low mileage, or a built, like that supercharged one we looked at earlier, Z06. So there's a lot of them out there, a lot of different price points, but you just gotta look. Definitely hawk marketplace because the good ones sell fast. Thanks for watching. Any questions I can definitely answer down in the comments. See you guys next time.